I don't know why, but a lot of guys always feel rushed and pressure to get a girlfriend and start dating, or they feel like they're missing out on something if they haven't done it already. But you just need to chill out, little bro, and just enjoy your time single. A lot of guys overcomplicate things as well, and I see so many guys that like once they get a girl, they're always switching up, and they're more depressed than when they were single. When they're single, they're always like, "Oh man, I need a girlfriend. I'm so lonely. I want a girlfriend." All that stuff, and then they get a girl, and then they're just like they have a headache all the time. They're depressed. They're always so busy. They lose a lot of money, and then they're so happy when they break up. Like I have so many friends that like once they broke up, they were so happy. They're like, "Bro, I'm so relieved." To get a girlfriend in the first place, it's not even that hard. A lot of guys overthink it. Today, I just want to kind of go over some reasons why you probably don't have a girlfriend, which it's a good thing, bro. You just got to stop overthinking. Like, one of the first easiest things ever, it's really, really cliche, but it's literally, bro, like, just be yourself. Like, people can sense fakeness, and no one likes fakeness. Plus, if you put on, like, a fake act, you're never going to be happy because, like, let's say you put on that fake act and act like LeBron James. Bro, you're not going to be him every single day. You don't want to put on that front. You don't want to, put on that face. And then you're not even going to meet the right person for you because when you do that, you're just going to meet someone else that isn't really meant for you, So just be yourself. Like, people can honestly sense fakeness, and that's a huge turnoff. A lot of girls really like confidence and just, like, be funny. Like, if you don't got the height, if you don't got the looks, if you don't got the muscle, those are things you can work on. You can always hit the gym. You can always lose weight. You can always get jacked. But you shouldn't do it for a girl. You should do it for yourself because then you're never going to be motivated. If you're not doing it for yourself, you're not going to be consistent with it. And you got to be consistent. Some good advice FaZe Rain gave me, like, on his YouTube video. I was a talkative like that. But, like, he was saying, like, hit the gym every single day no matter what. Like, make it a cycle. And I did that. Like, I was working out every single day, no matter what. Even if it's the worst possible workout, at least do something. At least lift. At least go on a walk. At least do something. Even if it's the worst workout. And that's when I was doing it every single day. And I quit one day or for a couple days because, like, my side was hurting so bad. I thought my appendix bursted, bro. Thank God I'm all good. So, like, I kind of got lazy and then I didn't do it again. I need to get back to it. But you got to do it every single day. And you got to do it for yourself, bro. You can't do it for anybody else. And just... like I said again, if you don't got all that, man, just be really confident, be funny, and just be relatable. Like, it's easier to talk yourself into trouble than it is just to shut up. Like, if you talk more, you have a higher chance of screwing something up. So just shut up, be chill, and just realize, like, they're regular people. Like girls aren't some other species that are unknown. Like, bro, they're just like other people. They're chill. And most of your insecurities that make you nervous, like, they're not even thinking about. Like, when you walk up to them, like, if I walked up to a girl and talked to her, she's not like, "Oh, my gosh, this is Martin. He's 5'2". He shit himself. Oh, my gosh, she's so embarrassing." No. Like, they're like, "Oh, what's up, Martin?" Like, he's talking to me. Whatever, They're not thinking about all my insecurities or whatever. I don't really have insecurities, honestly. Besides that, I shit myself. But they're not, like, thinking all that. So, like, you got to realize it's all in your head, bro. Like, it's literally all in your head. They probably have their own insecurities that they're thinking about. So when you walk up to them and talk to them, they're probably running through insecurities in their head, and they're like, "I hope he doesn't know," or like, "I hope he doesn't judge me," stuff like that. So you just gotta be chill, bro. Like, it's all good, man. Even if the worst case they reject you, they judge you, all that's all good, bro. That's straight. At least you know where you stand, and you don't gotta waste your time no more. Focus on yourself. And also, you gotta realize not everybody is perfect. So sometimes, we get, like, obsessed with an idea of someone in our head than the true person. And when you find out that true person, it makes you depressed. So you can't, like, make up this picture in your head of someone and be obsessed with that. You got to realize we're all humans. We're all flawed. No one's perfect. Like, no matter how beautiful you think she is, no matter how obsessed you are with her, bro, she's a person. She has her flaws. It's all straight, bro. No one's perfect. You're always going to meet someone else that's probably more compatible with you than one person. So, like, it really, in the end, bro, doesn't matter. And there's no need to rush into something. Like, my whole idea is, like, why not focus on building yourself up so that way you're ready for the girl for you, instead of wasting your time with, like, 10 girls that aren't really for you, but you're just doing it to look cool or, like, enjoy time or have fun. Why not build yourself up? So, one, you built yourself up. You're independent. You got yourself. You can handle yourself. And then you can meet the right girl for you and be able to provide that for her, that security, that man that can take care of her, that knows himself, that built himself up, Why waste your time when you can hustle, Especially if they're not really going to appreciate you. Like, why even bother with people and kind of like sacrifice your future with your dream girl for some, girl that doesn't really appreciate you that much. And that's all good, bro, because maybe maybe they're young. It's not just girls, it's guys and girls, but a lot of people are just young. They don't really they haven't really matured yet, you can say. They kind of just like to play games, but they don't really think about it that way. They're just not thinking for the future. So you can't really hold it against them. But at the same time, you got to realize, like, be more mature, kind of step out of the game and focus on real life. And like, if you're trying too hard, people can sense that too. You don't really want to try too hard or be like really, really clingy, and you don't want to like necessarily try to go out of your way. I mean, if you really, really want to, I guess like they always say like throw yourself out there and stuff like that. But what I mean is like, don't try to like force yourself on someone. If they're giving like bad vibes or like showing uninterest, like don't force yourself on them. That's just going to make things worse, honestly. But you can be friendly, you can be chill, but you have like that sense of, when to take a step back and give them like a little bit of time. And that way they don't completely hate you. Also, kind of like not forcing yourself on somebody, it kind of ties back to like being yourself. Again, like you don't want to assume you know what she likes and she really likes you. Like, what if, like, imagine you're just some nerd who loves like freaking anime or like comic books and video games, and you meet a girl and you're like, okay, well, she's not gonna like that, so I gotta act like the guy that loves gym, steak, sports, all that stuff, and you put on that front, and then she thinks that's how you are, and obviously doesn't like you, but she really wants the guy that's your true self. Like, could you imagine that, bro? Like, imagine there's a girl who would love a guy like you, and when you meet her, you put on a fake face to look like somebody else, and that's why she doesn't like you, and then she really would have liked you for who you were. Like, could you imagine that? That's why I always say, just be yourself. Screw it, bro. If they don't like you for you, they're lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, why even force it onto them? Just like go with the flow kind of thing. And kind of going back to one thing I said, because I know people in the comments are going to take this out of context. When I said, like, don't like force yourself or don't put yourself out there, I didn't mean like don't try to meet girls or something like that. Like, I meant to say like don't force yourself onto somebody to talk to them all day or whatever. If they're like showing like uninterest, kind of give them a little bit of space, and like don't force a friendship on them, or like don't force them to talk to you. I mean, you could, I guess, go out there and try to meet people, but I mean, yeah, that's a good idea. But me personally, I like to, right now I'm just in a space where I want to focus on myself. So I mean, please just don't take that out of context, bro. People in the comments always take everything I say out of context. And, the most important thing is just trust God. Follow Jesus. Build a relationship with him first and trust him, and he'll make your path straight. Without him, we're nothing without him. And if you make Christ the center of your relationship, it's going to stand. It's like on a foundation. You're not building it on sand. And again, don't compare yourself to others. Like, eventually you'll meet that right person, and it'll be all worth it for you. So many times kind of in our heads, we think we want something, and again, we realize we don't want it. Like, back to like so many of my friends that got girlfriends and hated their life after, because like they got so busy, they got so tired, spent so much money, they realized like they didn't really like her, but like they were like whatever. And then after the breakup, they were so happy, like they're back with the bro. We've all probably had those friends. Not all of us, most of us have had that friend that like switched up when you got a girl and then came back after and it's like, bro, I'm so glad we're done with that. Like, they're just so relieved. But like at the time, they didn't really, realize that. Like, that's happened to all of us with so many different things. Like, so many things that we wanted to do. Once we did it, we kind of realized we didn't want to do it, and glad we got out of it. So you kind of got to realize that, like, again, everyone has their flaws. Nobody's perfect. So whatever you think of her might just be your idea. So like, it's all good, man. Like, take a step back. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. So it might be a blessing in disguise that things didn't work out with you and her, and it gives you more time to focus on yourself, focus on Christ, and follow him.